I had a fucking good summer. Devastated it's over, but that's okay because spooky season is here, which means Samhain-related festivities, bonfire night, slutty Halloween outfits, and continuing the annual tradition of carving my phone number into the largest pumpkin I can find before ritualistically placing it on my fit Polish neighbour's doorstep. 2 years have passed since Arthur went on his quirky tangent, and since then he's been confined in Arkham Asylum awaiting trial for his actions. Not too long before the court date, he stumbles across and catches feels for fellow patient / hardcore Joker fan Harleen Lee Quinzel. Shortly after the fact, they embark on eccentric escapades that disregard the constabulary in a manner akin to the way a citophilia enthusiast modifies a pumpkin's facial expression. I feel the need to disclose that outside of a small handful of Disney flicks and South Park Bigger, Longer and Uncut, I'm not a fan of musicals. Don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean Folie Deux is going to get a negative review by default. No. On the contrary, there are so many more variables at play here that inspired a verbal onslaught traditionally experienced by Phil Bozeman's PA system. With that said though, the bulk of my enmity towards Folie Deux is fueled by its musical elements. I have no idea if creative elected to turn this should-be psychological thriller into a karaoke feature in the name of utilising Lady Gaga's talents, but not only were the relentless jukebox duets completely unnecessary, they also disrupted fluidity, immersion, and contributed significantly to the inflated 138-minute runtime. Gaga heroically attempts to carry these singing segments, but alas, her efforts were hindered drastically by Joaquin Phoenix looking awkward as fuck during her solo pieces and uncomfortable on the microphone. The mix is way off too. There were recurring occasions where the vocals and instruments couldn't have been more imbalanced, but even if they achieved perfect audio equilibrium, their inclusion in a movie of this nature would still be more nonsensical than the contraceptive diaphragm and pixelated porn. No complaints my end regarding the acting. Lady Gaga supplies a solid supporting performance as Harley Quinn, and Joaquin Phoenix provides good innings as Arthur Fleck. However, the screen presence emitted by Joker falls extremely short when compared to the aura he projected in the previous installment. I've got no idea if creative deliberately diminished the title character's persona so drastically, or Phoenix elected to portray him as such, but it would have been nice to see Joker's former self one last time before decline. The cinematography and soundtrack efficiently encapsulated those aspects of its predecessor, which is no surprise considering they came courtesy of the same team that helmed those technical facets in Joker 2019, though the latter is somewhat numbingly repetitive. Also, I was baffled when I discovered that Folie Deux was gifted a $200 million budget. Like, what the fuck was that money spent on? Certainly wasn't mind-blowing special effects, Kensington gore, or beautifully choreographed kill scenes. In fact, brutality seldom appears, which made me question the 15 rating given to it by the British Board of Film Classification. I just can't get over that figure though. $200 million cunting dollars for this. Fucking scandalous. There's a shit ton of examples in this industry where so much more has been manufactured from so much less. Even its forebear cost under half the amount to make, yet is superior in literally every single way, making Folie Deux, at least in my eyes, a more tragic waste of money comparable to a television license or an abortion procedure that'll cost you more than the price of a cricket bat. So yeah, this is the most aggressive case of sequel inferiority that I've seen in a long time. The contrast between both offerings in terms of overall quality, critical acclaim, and fan reception is unreal. In terms of accolades, well, let's just say I predict that no awards ceremony outside of the Razzies will give this cauldron of bubbling guinea pig piss the light of day. Oh, before I forget, I'd like to congratulate Jared Leto for no longer being a part of the worst movie to ever include the Joker character. Yes, I think Folie Deux is that bad, and I also hate it for the strong possibility that it'll blemish this upcoming Halloween by ways of couples dressing up as this variation of Harley and Mr. J. Still undecided on what outfit I'll be donning this year, but something tells me I'd nail cosplaying as a self-satirical film reviewer that gets laid less frequently than a dismantled dining room table.